Theo Johnson, not to be confused with Theo Huxtable. I could tell you wanted to say something after I said that, Rob.
Oh, I said, or Theo Vaughn.
Oh,
That's a comedian.
Theo Huxtable's the best. 6'6", 259 pounds, 23 years old at a Penn State, and spectacular size overall. He's a former wide receiver too, as well, which is interesting. He came into college as a wide receiver.
He's a big boy for a wide receiver.
Yeah, obviously he gained a little weight in college. Got a little extra money in that card. You buy the money. I didn't go to college. I don't know what's that thing you buy the card. We use the.
I also never
went to school. We didn't go to college. That's why we couldn't be around the guy.
Yeah.
I forget what it is. They used to give him a credit card when you go to college that you get like a certain amount of points which you can buy food with at that point. I forget what the commissary card or whatever they call it. Yeah, he got a lot of commissary money apparently. In 13 games, 34 receptions, 341 yards, 7 touchdowns, a 62.5 PFF. In 11 games, 20 receptions, 328 yards, and 4 touchdowns. He's got a high ceiling, and that's one thing I like about him because he's still a work in progress. That's where he's at. This guy's going to end up being kind of similar to Dallin Hawker there. He's going to be a guy that you're going to have as a backup tight end, and you're going to see if you can develop him eventually to become a full-time starter there. He's got great hands. He's got great size. The problems with him is he's also got a low floor. That's part of the problem with raw players at that point. High ceiling, low floor, because you don't know where they're going to end up and what their best is going to be.
It also depends on what team he goes to as well, because
the
right coaching when it comes to that point.
Yeah, he does need to also learn to expand his route tree. There's certain routes he runs very well, and Penn State just kind of stuck to those routes. They're like, okay, you do this well and this well. We're going to stick to that.
Yeah.
Apparently, college is not the place you go to learn. He's not very good at blocking overall, so he's got to learn in that as well. Again, when you're a wide receiver, that's not nearly as big a thing as when you're a tight end. He's also the guy who's just not very good at yak, which is weird because we showed 2 videos in the beginning with him doing yak well, but it's just not his specialty. So I do think that once you get him into a team at that point, he's going to be the backup receiving tight end that you put on there, kind of like Lawrence Cager has been for us the last couple of years, or a guy that you look to develop into an eventual starter at that point. And there's guys I've seen have both opinions of him. I don't know which one he's going to be because, again, that's what you got. You got a high ceiling, low floor possibility. The range is everywhere. But if you like what you see and you think you're the guy who can coach him and you think he's a guy who is coachable, because, again, no one ever talks about that when they look at rookies. Is he coachable? If this guy is coachable, if Dallin Hawker is coachable, those are 2 guys that could develop into, good tight ends here in this league. So
thanks for listening to 2 Giant Goofballs, a New York Giants podcast. We appreciate your support.
Thanks so much.